You want to know how to be successful? Let me tell you something right now. Success is not an accident. Success is not talent alone. Success is discipline. It is sacrifice. It is waking up every day and deciding I will be better than yesterday. When I was a boy in Madeira, I didn't have much. I didn't come from wealth. I didn't have the perfect life. But I had a ball and I had a dream. And every single day, I worked to make that dream real. I ran, I trained, I pushed. Even when people laughed, they said, "Cristiano, you're too skinny, too small, too weak." But I believed in one thing: work beats doubt. Always. You see, everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants the glory, the goals, the money, the recognition. But when it's time to put in the hours, to train when no one is watching, to push when your body is screaming, that's when most people stop. That's when they quit. I never quit because I understood something early. Greatness demands a price. You can't be the best in the world and live like everyone else. You can't have a champion's life with ordinary habits. You want to be the best? Then train like the best. You want to be rich? Then work like money doesn't sleep. You want to be respected? Then earn it every single day. I didn't get here by chance. I didn't get here by talent alone. Yes, I have talent, but without discipline, talent is nothing. Without obsession, talent dies. Without sacrifice, talent is wasted. Every morning, I woke up with one thought: how can I improve? How can I push further? Faster? Stronger? Success is not about one big moment. It's about the thousands of small decisions you make when nobody is watching. It's about saying no to excuses, no to comfort, no to weakness. That's why I always say don't wait for motivation. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Be obsessed with being better. Be relentless in your pursuit. Be willing to go where others will not. Because life is simple. You can either make excuses or you can make history. People ask me all the time, "Cristiano, how do you keep going? How do you stay at the top for so many years?" The answer is simple, but it's not easy. I never accept limits. Limits exist only in the mind. The body will go as far as the mind allows it. When you believe you've given everything, you've probably given only 60%. There is always more inside you, more strength, more fight, more potential. That's why I train like I'm still that skinny kid from Madeira. I never let myself believe I've made it. The moment you think you've arrived, the hunger dies. And when hunger dies, greatness dies with it. To be the best version of yourself, you have to fight against comfort every single day. Comfort is the enemy. Comfort is the enemy. Comfort whispers, "Relax, you've done enough, take it easy." But champions don't listen to comfort. Champions create pressure. Champions demand more of themselves than anyone else ever could. Do you want to know the truth? The hardest opponent I've ever faced was not Messi, not any defender, not any goalkeeper. The hardest opponent was myself, my laziness, my fear, my excuses. And every day, I had to beat that opponent. Every day, I had to look in the mirror and say, "Not today. Today you will not win. Today I will." That's how you climb higher than you thought possible. That's how you jump above your head, above your doubts, above your circumstances. It's not about being perfect. I've missed penalties. I've lost finals. I've been criticized, booed, doubted. But every time I fell, I got up stronger, because failure is not the end, it's fuel. Listen, greatness is not about being better than others. It's about being better than yourself every single day. Yesterday's Cristiano must never beat today's Cristiano. That's the standard I live by. So if you want to rise, if you want to reach heights no one thought you could, stop comparing yourself to others. Compare yourself to the person you were yesterday, and then crush that person. Push harder, train longer, think bigger. Eat like a champion, sleep like a champion, work like a champion. Because champions are not born, they are made by repetition, by sacrifice, by obsession. The world will try to put you in a box, to tell you who you are, how far you can go, what you can achieve. Break that box, destroy those limits, write your own story. Because success is not given, it is taken. And if you want it badly enough, if you are willing to suffer, to bleed, to fight, then nothing and no one can stop you. People love the spotlight. They love the trophies, the headlines, the applause, but what they don't see is the sacrifice behind it all. Do you want to be successful? Then understand this: success is expensive. It will cost you friendships. It will cost you nights out. It will cost you comfort. Sometimes it will even cost you love. While others slept, I trained. While others partied, I recovered. While others wasted time, I invested mine in becoming the best. Discipline is the real secret. Talent opens the door. Discipline keeps you inside. Without discipline, talent is wasted. Without discipline, goals remain dreams. I didn't become the player I am by chance. I became who I am by saying no 1,000 times. No to laziness. No to distraction. No to excuses. Yes, it was hard. Yes, sometimes it was lonely. But that's the price of greatness. And I was willing to pay it. People say, Cristiano, you're lucky. Luck? No. Luck didn't get me here. Discipline did. Dedication did. Pain did. Ask yourself this: what are you willing to give up for your dream? Because if your answer is nothing, then don't expect to have everything. I've lived my life with one obsession: improvement. Every detail matters. My diet, my sleep, my training, my recovery, my mindset. Everything is controlled, sharpened, perfected. That's why at 30, 35, almost 40, I'm still competing with players half my age. Because discipline doesn't age. Discipline doesn't get tired. Discipline doesn't retire. The truth is simple: you don't get to the top by accident. You stay there by design, by building habits so strong they carry you through when motivation fades. Greatness isn't about one big decision. It's about the small decisions you make every single day. The decision to get up when you don't want to. The decision to train when your body says no. The decision to say yes to the pain because you know it's shaping you. Do you think it was easy for me? No. There were mornings I didn't want to move, nights I wanted to quit, times I wondered if it was worth it, but every time I remembered why I started. I remembered the boy with nothing but a dream and a ball, and I knew I cannot let him down. So I kept going, and that's the difference. Not talent, not luck, just the decision to never stop. When I step on the pitch, it's not only for me, it's for the boy I once was, the family that believed in me, the teammates that fight with me, and the millions who watch, hoping to see something unforgettable. That's what legacy means. Legacy is not the medals in your cabinet. It's not the numbers on a contract. Legacy is the impact you leave on people, the standard you set, the inspiration you ignite. Every child who watches me play, who sees that discipline, that hunger, that fire, maybe they take that into their own lives. Maybe they decide to train harder, to study harder, to fight for their dream. That is worth more than all the trophies combined. But let me tell you, to carry that kind of responsibility is not easy. When you are at the top, the world is watching. They wait for you to fall. They wait for mistakes. They criticize, they doubt. They try to pull you down. And that's why you need an unshakable mindset. You must be so focused, so committed, that no opinion can shake your belief. Because opinions don't score goals. Opinions don't win titles. Work does, discipline does, consistency does. I play not just to win games, but to prove something larger. That you can come from nothing and still reach everything. That it doesn't matter where you start, it matters how far you're willing to go. People will tell you that greatness is rare, that legends are born once in a generation. I don't believe that. I believe greatness is a choice. Every single day you choose whether to give your best or to settle. Every single day you decide if you will live as a champion or as a spectator. And here's the truth. The world doesn't need more spectators. It needs more fighters, more builders, more dreamers who refuse to quit. Yes, I am Cristiano Ronaldo, but I am not special because of my name. I am special because I never stopped working, never stopped believing, never stopped fighting. And you can do the same. Don't think small. Don't accept average. Don't live for approval. Live for the fire inside you. Live for the dream that keeps you awake. Live for the chance to show the world that you are more than what they thought you could be. Because being successful is not just about winning for yourself. It's about lifting others. It's about setting the example. It's about proving that limits can be broken and showing the next generation how to break theirs too. That is greatness. That is legacy. Success is not a destination. It is not a final whistle. Success is a journey, and that journey never ends. The moment you think you've arrived, you've already started falling behind. I am 38 years old, and still every day I wake up with hunger. Not hunger for fame or money, I have those things. Hunger for improvement, hunger for growth, hunger to prove, not to the world, but to myself, that I can always do more. This is what I want you to understand. Greatness is not a gift, it is a responsibility. If you want to be the best, if you want to rise above, if you want to live a life that matters, then you must carry that responsibility with pride. Ask yourself, are you giving your best every single day, or are you holding back? Are you waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect chance? Let me tell you, the perfect moment will never come. You must create it. You must decide that today is the day. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop dreaming without acting. Dreams without work are nothing. Work without sacrifice is wasted. Sacrifice without consistency dies. Every single thing you do adds up. The meals you choose, the hours you sleep, the time you train, the way you think. Every detail matters. Every habit creates your future. So if you want success, if you want to be rich, respected, remembered, don't wait for someone to give it to you. Take it, work for it, earn it. And when you fall, because you will, don't cry, don't complain, don't quit. Stand up, always stand up. That is the mark of a champion. Not that you never fall, but that you never stay down. I have scored goals, I have lifted trophies, but my proudest victories were the days I conquered myself, the mornings I won against my own doubts, the nights I silenced the voice that said enough. Those are the real championships. And you can win them too. You don't need to be me, you don't need to be famous. You just need to be relentless. To look in the mirror and promise yourself that you will never accept less than your best. Because in the end, success is not about money or applause. It's about knowing you gave everything you had. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about going beyond limits, beyond excuses, beyond fear. So don't wait, don't stop, don't settle. Be stronger than yesterday. Be hungrier than today. Be relentless tomorrow. That is how you win. That is how you rise. That is how you become unforgettable.